So, thanks for coming today. So, as some of you may have heard, we at Nam got broken into yesterday. So there was some time, and there was some theft, there was some damage to the space, and that makes for a very good Nam Academy topic because sometimes life throws you lemons. So a lemon is known for being sour. Most people they eat a lemon as it's like strong. Some people like that, but most people find it bitter and hard to swallow. And it happens a lot in recovery. And clearly it happens a lot to recovery institutions. And this, I think, allows us to talk about something very important, is what do you do when life throws you something that's hard to swallow? Arjuna. What do you do with that? What do you do with that when, what do the vast majority of people do when life throws them stuff like this, typically? Get angry, react, gossip, turn away, lose hope, internalize, crying. So there's reactions, vast majority of which are programmed from a young age. So the number one reaction is turn away. So when life throws us lemons, we turn away because it hurts. How we do that? Lots of Nam Academy videos on that. Addiction, behaviors, negative self-talk. Oh, I deserved that. That's a strategy to kind of. I'm a bad person. See, bad thing happened. I'm a bad person. There's like a million ways for us to sort of turn away from the reality that life threw us a lemon. What is recovery? Recovery is the other way. Turn towards. Turn towards and what? Make lemonade. Because lemonade tastes tasty, it's got kind of like that. It's sweet. It's nice. It's refreshing. Recovery is this process of learning how to convert lemons to lemonade. Because the lemons are infinite. There's a lemon every day. Another word for a lemon. So it's all about how you frame things. Bad thing that happened. I got that a lot in the last 24 hours. Oh, that was a bad thing that happened. Right? But if you want to make a lemonade, you can't have that. That's going to be a horrible tasting lemonade. Lemonade made out of bad, yuck, ick. If that's your view, you can't produce anything. You have to change the view. And the view is that something good, but maybe don't know how. So I don't know what kind of lemonade is made out of this particular lemon, but the confidence to know that something good can come from this. You might ask, what could possibly good come from a couple of $1,000s of damage, desecrated space? Thank goodness they didn't touch my gong. I just packed it up so I did not get stolen, which is wonderful. Not that you could really sell it, but the thing is, how you frame the lemonade, and so here's how I choose to frame things. Lesson. What's there to learn in this? You know, for a spiritual kind of people who are into the divine, and you know, the Creator has a purpose. The yogis would always say that every day you will be given. Actually, it was a saint who said this. Every day you will be given an exam. Every day you are tested in some way. Your recovery is tested. Reflect on every day. Every day your level, your measure is taken. You have an opportunity every single day if you identify the lesson. But how do you pass an exam you don't even know what's happening? You know, imagine, okay, so like you grade 10, and you show up to school, and one day the teacher's like, okay, here's an exam. You're like, I didn't know there was no exam. How do you think you're going to do on that exam if you're not ready for it? You think you're going to do good? You might. Chances are you probably won't do as good. Now, what if the teacher did this? This happens sometimes in interviews, right? Like, you have a job interview and they say, oh, just come a half hour early, just you can sit there. They don't tell you this, but that's part of the interview. So you're sitting there, and then they're like, okay, and the receptionist is like, would you like to have a coffee? Would you like a newspaper? And you don't know it, but you're being tested. Can you be courteous? Can you say you're being tested? And you can rest assured the manager, after they take your interview, is going to come out to the secretary and be like, hey, what do you think of this person? You thought the interview was when you were the manager, but that's the real interview. How was this person when they thought nobody who mattered was looking? That tells a lot more than what someone puts out. So, the thing is, the lessons in life are coming all the time. Lessons, exams. Now you can look at exams, as I once used to look at exams. I used to complain about, it's so hard, Do I have to be tested every day? I said to my teacher once, and then she kind of related to me a story. That when she was doing the same thing to her teacher, she said, do you think you're some kind of prince? That you're somehow exempted from the rules of the universe? That somehow you, just because you're special, get special exemption from the tests of life? It's a rhetorical question. No one's exempt. Not the biggest CEO trillionaire, and not the beggar on the street. Nobody is exempt from the daily opportunity to take tests. Tests let you level up. If you meet a test with grace, that's really what it is. Grace. Elevated vibrational energy of grace. If you meet a test with grace, and no matter what at the end of it, you say thank you. You express the compassion. You pray for those people who did these bad things. You pass the test. You pass the test, you get your lemonade. The lemonade is your reward. It lets you level up. You increase your stress resilience. And guess what? That same test will not come again. That test will not come again. A new one will. Because when you level up, what does that do? That gives you the honor and privilege to take the next level of tests. And as you ascend the level of tests, an indigenous healer was just here. She was sharing about how she smudged the office with a special recipe of herbs, mixture of herbs. And she said that it's my right to share this. And she's right. Through her fasting, through her perseverance, through her struggle of life, through her passing up a series of exams, at some level, she'd got the right to have and distribute this medicine. So me taking that medicine from her and just like, oh yeah, just tell me what the recipe is, it's not going to work. You have to earn the right to use what you have. But once you have the right, you can use it as much as you like. It's yours. If you've put in the time and energy to learn an instrument, a musical instrument, you have the absolute right to use that, to teach that, to sell that, to do whatever you want with that. You have to earn that. So that's the beautiful thing about recovery. Recovery is a series of exams, lessons. Can you make lemonade? Here's a lemon. Make lemonade. Didn't make the lemonade. Gave yourself a pity party. Gave yourself gossip and negativity. Okay, what's God going to do? He's going to throw you another one. Same one, different way. Learned your lesson yet? No. Here's another one. Here's 2. Here's 3. You'll notice if you don't pass the test, you go down, you start circling. And you get more and more and more until you meet, you figure it out, and all of a sudden you get it. And then your journey moves up. And sometimes you'll fail the test. But you know what? You never lose what you've had. These are sacred laws of the universe. These aren't mine. I didn't make this up. This is just how it is. Across traditions, across faiths, this is the universal law. And so someone broke into Nam. Someone stole some stuff. The universe today just threw me a bit of a lemon. But you know what? Bless those people. I hope they come back, take some good energy. I hope they get help for their addiction, because they probably have one. I pray, it's not very good karma to break into a place that does recovery work. I pray that the universe goes easy on them. And I open my heart to them and to those. That's the test. That's all it is a perspective. It's the same test that you have to pass with your spouses, with your parents, with your kids. Anyone you've hurt or people have hurt, you have to pass the test. The test is compassion and forgiveness for those who hurt you. In AA, they have the resentment prayer. Anyone you resent, if you want to not resent them, the resentment prayer is pretty much pray for their wellness. Someone asked me once, they're like, they hurt me. Why the heck would I pray for them? It's because that resentment is not hurting them, it's hurting you. Holding on to it's not hurting them, it's hurting you. But that's one of those really sideways ways the mind works. We hold on to things that don't hurt them, they just hurt us. But because it hurts us, we think it hurts them, and we don't want to let it go. But you gotta let it go. Your parents were jerks to you, let it go. Forgive. Bonus if they say sorry. Anything's possible. It'll go faster if they say I'm sorry. But you don't need them to say sorry, to let it go. There's many systems of prayer to let things go. There's many systems of healing to let it go, but you got to make the choice. And that's the choice. The choice is, are you going to turn away from the lemon, throw yourself a pity party, or are you going to turn towards the lemon with grace and say, you know what? Thank you, God, for this lemonade. I'm going to make something, it's going to be my amrit. It's going to be my sacred drink for the day. And this is the choice. And if you don't make the right choice today, that's okay. Another lemon will come your way tomorrow. the police stop you. You get profiled. You get someone who says some racist thing to you. Your car breaks down. Whatever, like lemons are. But if you next lemon that gets thrown, before you react, think. What do I want to choose today? What am I going to choose? And I think that's what I have to say on this. It's very, very important. And actually, to be honest, because they broke into our office, I got to meet a lovely Indigenous healer who showed me lots of things, showed us lots of things around medicine. Through this event, the team that runs NAM has come stronger together. There's so many good things that have come with this. So why be sad? Why be angry? It's only a good thing. And in fact, I was praying for, because NAM's we always got challenges around here, so always every day in my prayers, Universe, Creator, resolve these affairs for me so that I can focus on this. And you know what? This is the single fastest way to do a lot of that. In one night, a lot of my problems got solved. Why wouldn't I be thankful? Why wouldn't I be happy and vibrant? That's what grace is. So turn towards the lemon with grace, make lemonade, your life will be all the better. Shorter NAM Academy today, but that's thank you for sort of tuning in.